Hello everyone and welcome to Quacks Co Quedlinburg Dash. Today we're going to be learning how to play this family weight game about pulling stuff from a bag and trying to win the race. Taking the components from the box, you're going to put the game board in the middle of the table. The game board is double-sided, allowing you to choose whether you want to do a longer or shorter race. The red house indicates that it's the shorter side and the one that it suggests you start on. Each player takes one of the playing figures, the cow, donkey, pig or sheep, taking the corresponding animal card and the bag of matching colour. With the animal board in front of you, place your playing figure on the starting house in the forest. From the action cards, you can pick which ones you want to use, though for the initial game, use the caterpillar side and only the 4 beginner game action cards, which are the red, yellow, green and blue ones. Place the white die onto the yellow action card. It will be used during the game. In future games you can add in the purple and orange cards as well as flipping them over to use the butterfly set. Each player then adds 4 dreamweed chips, 1 yellow 1 chip, 2 red 1 chips and 1 red 2 chip into their bag. This is denoted on the back of the player boards in case you need to check. Make sure to set up the market by placing all of the 1 chips into the 1 area, the 2 chips into the 2 area, the 4 chips into the 3 ruby area and so on, including putting the rubies in their space. Just be aware not all of these tokens are going to be used in the beginner game, but they will be as you start to introduce the other elements in future games. Place the golden cauldron on the market space to become the final space of the track and the race can begin. So with setup complete, it's time to mount the animals, get steady and go. So how do you actually play? Well, on your turn you will pick 1 chip from your food bag without looking inside. You're not allowed to take a peek at any time. The chip determines what you'll do. If you pull out a food chip, then you're going to move forward the number on it. This is seen as you feeding the animal. Then, depending on the colour, you'll perform an action. We'll go over those in a minute. If you pull out a dreamweed chip, then you do not advance this turn, as it doesn't have a number on the chip. You'll place it on one of the dream bubbles on your animal board. Whenever you place your 3rd dreamweed chip, filling up the 3 dream bubbles, then you'll go into a buying process. Once you've pulled a chip and potentially moved and done the action or bought something, then it's on to the next player's turn. Now let's go through those potential actions from the basic game for the caterpillar set. When you pull out a red chip, you will take 1 ruby and place it onto your animal board. If, however, you've managed to land onto a spiral space, you get to take 2 instead. Pulling a yellow chip allows you to roll the white die and perform the corresponding action, which can be taking rubies, adding different chips directly into your bag from the market, advancing additional spaces, or even pulling another token straight out of your bag. If you pull a green chip out, you choose 1 chip on your animal card that's food and return it to your bag. It cannot be one of the dreamweed chips on your board, but it could be the green chip that you've just pulled. Pulling a blue chip after you've moved sees your animal spring forward to the next spiral field. These are the 4 basic actions that you'll be performing a lot of the time when you're pulling things from the bag. Just remember there are the other colours of purple and orange for you to experience when you've got past the basic game. So you've moved forward on the track a bit, you've earned yourself some rubies and you've finally pulled out your 3rd dreamweed chip. So it's time to buy. Heading over to the market, which is actually the game box, you'll see that it's indicated the different levels their cost in rubies. For instance, you could spend 2 rubies to take 1 of the 2 tokens from the market, and it could be of any colour. If you've got enough rubies, you are allowed to buy more than 1 token, but they must be of different colours. As a bonus, if your animal is in last place, you get to take an additional ruby before you buy. And that even happens if you share last place. If playing the basic game, then you can't buy any of the purple or orange chips, which are 5s, but you can still buy one of the white 8s. This doesn't have its own action, but allows you to move 8 when you pull it from your bag, seeing a huge movement up the track. When you've finished buying, you have to discard any additional rubies, so there's no point holding on to them. Then, put all of the tokens you've pulled from your bag and the new ones you've bought back into your bag. On your next turn, you'll just be pulling from the bag again. Winning the race is very simple. It's the first player to reach the marketplace, where the cauldron is placed at the start of the game. You don't need to reach the cauldron in the exact number of moves, you can overshoot it and still win. So pull chips from your bag, spend rubies for better chips, pull those out of your bag and hopefully win by getting to the golden cauldron first. And that's how to play Quacks Co Quedlinburg Dash.